Wishing everybody a powerful day. I just want to say a quick word today about unity. And when we look at the history of we as African people, you find that there has been divide and conquer techniques that have been used against us as African people for many years, not just by European colonial powers, but also by ourselves. And when you see that, when you think about the Berlin Conference and the way that European powers sat down and divided this continent up and picked the ones that were theirs then. And they colonized, they came in, they used brute force and violence to control these places. Then independence came, and even though they were gone in face, they still controlled the resources of those countries. Down to this day, you realize how people were able to weaponize people's ethnicities against themselves. Now, if we look at the Biafra War is a great example. Between 500,000 and 2 million people died during the Biafra War. And the Nigerian government were able to weaponize all the other ethnicities against the Igbos. And it's such a crazy concept that African people who are, social people, inherently people who believe in togetherness and believe in one God, because even we have Christians and Muslims live together. They live next side by side from each other, but they believe in one God. They wouldn't, even though he knows he's a Christian, he knows he believes in God, and everybody knows there's only one God. So these divisions that get created are so alien for us, but we do a lot to propagate them and help them continue. As I said, during the Civil War, the Nigerian government was able to weaponize all the other ethnicities against the Igbos. So the idea that in 2023, during the presidential election, once again, the ruling party did the exact same technique. If you see there was a man, MC Olumo, in Lagos State, coming out, and he basically said, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, Mama Chichi. Chi is like a Igbo name, or not Chi, like Chidi or Chikwezu. There's many different Chis in Igbo names, and he said like Mama Chi will not vote on that day. Mama Chi, tell Mama Chi this Lagos is Yoruba, and that concept is crazy. Now, the presidential aspirant that a lot of the young people, a lot of the Yoruba people, especially the progressive mentality ones, not the uneducated one, but Nigerians are fast forward, fast moving, modern people. The person that they actually wanted was an Igbo man, Peter Obi, a very great man. And then there's the candidate of the ruling party, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's a Yoruba man. I didn't want him. I'd rather Peter Obi. But what they were able to do at the APC was stoke this racial tension or this ethnic tension, and it's such a ridiculous idea, and something that I only discovered when I moved from the West to Africa. I discovered that the politicians are the ones that use divide and conquer to the biggest extent, and they use it in order to make people shrink back into these low base tribalistic survival kind of mode mentality, which is basically like, well, these people are after us, so I need to be with my people to protect myself from this incoming threat. And that often might mean I might have to attack, which is why we hear these sentiments among Nigerians, Gambians, of all different ethnicities, where they come up with these reasons to dislike one another, and it's terrible. That's why in the school last week we did a really amazing lesson on tribalism.